Happy birthday.
Welcome to this episode of First Reaction Fan Reaction. I am your host, Cailin Clothier, and with me is my co-host,
Dara Whitman.
All right. And today we are talking about Legend of Korra, Book 3, episodes... Oh gosh, what number is this?
8 and 9.
8 and 9. We got... It kind of messed me up when we did just the singular one. But we are back. We are back on the major plot, and I'm very excited to talk about these episodes. So this, we're talking about the Terror Within and the Stakeout. Let's start with the Terror Within.
All right.
So we are still in Zaofu, if you remember.
Yep.
So it seems like we've been training with some metal bending. So we have the twins, Wei and Wing, are training with Bolin and Korra in metal bending. Mm-hmm. And, Korra's doing pretty well. She's a pretty good metal bender.
Well,
she hasn't been doing it for so long.
She is the Avatar.
She is the Avatar, and she's a pretty darn good metal bender.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What?
Joey Richter is in this episode. He's one of the Starkid guys. You're like a very
Oh,
yeah. I was like, what?
I thought it was a Richter or Ritter.
Richter.
Oh,
Joey
who does he play?
He plays Hong Li.
Is that the one?
That's the kid.
Okay.
I was sorry guys, I didn't know that. And that's a really fun fact there. Speaking of voice acting, I didn't mention that in the earlier episode, Jessie Flower voiced young Su-Yin in the flashbacks, which if you probably don't remember, but Jessie Flower is actually the original voice actress of Toph. So that's a fun fact.
Cool.
They brought her back. Yeah.
Coolio.
Brought her back to voice her daughter. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's like bringing back Dante Vasco.
Yes, I love them all. And then Grey Delisle's and everything anyway, so yeah. Anyway, so we're training in metal bending here. Korra's doing great. Bolin, not getting it. He hasn't been able to metal bend yet.
No, but it's okay.
That's okay. We still love him anyway. Mm-hmm. And so...
This episode starts out like really nice. Like they're metal bending. They have a nice dinner. Because Opal's going to go to the Northerner Temple and start training, and she'd sleep Bolin.
Yeah, it's Opal's farewell dinner because she's on her way to the Northern Ear Temple, which is great. So everyone's having a good time, and
everything's fine until the awesomeness comes.
Yeah, and so I'm trying to think if anything.
I don't think much happened.
Anything before that?
Can we talk about the awesome? Can we talk about the awesome?
All right, so it's later that night, right?
Yep, and somehow, the awesome gang comes.
The awesome gang just shows up, and we're pretty excited about that. But that is some bad news for our protagonists.
Yep,
some bad news for them.
They knock out Naga, which is like their one dick move. Like, why would you knock out a polar bear dog?
So it's at night and everyone's just sleeping. But then we see Asmi and Kang comes and they have some Shearshu darts.
Yep.
If anybody remembers from the original series, the Shearshu was the big old beast who had like the mole face and had like a long tongue that could stun people, which is awesome. Except that they end up stunning Naga and Korra. And they take her away, and they try to escape.
By the way, I need to point out, Korra now has pajamas.
Yes, she's not sleeping with her boots on anymore.
She has pajamas, and they are pajamas that I would wear. And they look quite comfy.
I'm really glad that you brought this up, because I was thinking the same thing as we were watching. I was like, guys, I think this is the first time we've seen Korra actually not wear her shoes to bed. I'm so proud of her.
Yeah, like, everybody's in pajamas. Like, I mean, Bolin and Mako are just kind of like their normal pajamas.
Yeah.
And then Asami's in her gorgeous pajamas.
Yeah, like her pajamas probably cost more than my house. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah. I kind of like that though, because like Pabu's trying to like tell Bolin like, yo, something's going on.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't really get to him, and then he's like, what's, and like Pabu just go to bed, and then he sees them just like walking with Korra, and he's like, what? And we thought he said, what the hell?
It sounded like he almost said, what the hell? And we're like, what? And he said, what the heck?
And then everybody finds out, and it's fight.
And a fight ensues.
Oh, this fight.
It's such a good fight.
So good.
I have so much fun watching the awesome
There was lava
gang.
And water and explosions and airbending. Oh,
and airbending.
So
yeah,
good.
like I've said this before, like every time I see a fight by these guys, it's so much fun to watch. It's just these guys know how to have a good fight. And I'm love it.
Kind of wonder if we're going to get less like character development with them now. It's just going to be like them just like trying to do their job, which we finally find out in these 2 episodes, thank God.
Oh, yeah.
But it's nice because like it's like we found out like their full kind of like plan, but it's like we're near the end of the season. Mm-hmm. So I'm just wondering how they're going to like, wrap everything up.
Yeah. I'm not gonna...
Well, I know you're not gonna.
I
I know you're not gonna answer it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna answer either way. But so as this fight is ensuing, they're trying to find a way to get Korra back. So they have a plan of they can attack from above the Lin and Suyin and the boys. Not those boys. Her boys. Her sons have a plan. They can attack from above. And try to grab her that way, but first they need to stun Pali, the combustion bender.
They gotta knock out her third eye.
Which what they do is just like get a clean hit to her third eye, and she'll be temporarily stunned.
So they gotta get Bolin to do it because he can. Bend
He's an
rocks.
earthbender, and he's Mako volunteers him saying, Bolin's a good shot, which he is, but he's like, I am.
He is, but like if you're under that much distress and like if you screw up, then you're screwed.
Yeah.
So, but he does it.
He does. He succeeds. And I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of my boy. Even though he can't bend metal. So they also managed to lock the awesome gang in. But it doesn't really work because they have lava and they manage to escape.
Well, they get Korra out.
Yeah, they get Korra first. They save Korra. But then they escape because it didn't really work out that well. They escape right on out of there.
Yeah, so then there's like a big question, which was, hey, you put up your shields.
Yeah, they have like these big metal shields that cover the town, and so it's really hard to sneak in there.
So how'd they get in?
Real hard. So how'd they get in?
And more importantly, how'd they get out? Because they can't find any trace of them.
Yep. But it turns out, so they come to the theory that maybe there's a mole in here. Maybe there's somebody who's working for the other side. There's a spy. So they have to find a way to find this person, this spy. And Korra suspects it's one of the guards because they would, have the best access to get somebody in there.
They probably know how to like get in and out and stuff.
Yeah, and so what they do is they question all the guards and they use their good pal Aiwei, who from the earlier episodes we know he's a big old lie detector.
He's a giant polygraph test.
Yeah, so kind of like how Toph in the original series was really good at reading people and sensing their heartbeat and stuff and knowing when they lie. Aiwei is real good at knowing when people lie.
Yes.
They go through all the guards and the more they go, like the more it's like, no, not this one, not this one, not this one. Then they get to the last one, who is a kid named Hong Lee, who's voiced by Joey Richter, as I just found out. Now I really want to go back and listen for it.
I'm just thinking of like that. You know that one show they did? It was like based on the Oregon Trail.
Oh yeah, it's a great show.
It's like well, not. I don't think it's one of the best ones, but like it's just like
it's fun. I had a lot of fun during that one.
I did. I was trying to think of like.
Was he in that one?
Yeah, he would like play like because like there was like the main cast and then he kind of played like multiple characters.
Oh yeah, he was the horse, wasn't he?
He was the horse. Well, then he was also like the main villain guy who was trying to like kidnap the daughter. It was weird because like they put them together, like those two actors like together as a couple sometimes, but then they also played Ron and Ginny.
Yeah,
that's kind of weird.
Well, what are you gonna do?
I remember there's one line where it's just kind of like, I just want to like have sex with her. She does like weird things with like in my penis area, and then his friend comes back and is like, and my name's Cleus. I've killed 3 people.
Anyway, this has been the Starkid Corner First Reaction Fan Interaction.
I want to review those shows. They're good.
That would actually be a lot of fun.
I watched
to
them.
do.
I did. Yeah. Anyway, go.
Anyway, what's your favorite Starkid show?
I really like Twisted.
Same.
That's such a good show.
Twisted is so good. All right, back to this show.
But like the Harry Potter musical is kind of like nostalgia.
Right. You know, I never saw the third one.
Me neither.
Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. So they come across this kid, Hong Lee, played by Joey Richter from Starkid fame, and Aiwei says, "Hey, this guy is lying," and so they basically berate him, like, how'd you do it? What'd you do? Why would you do it? And this kid's like, I didn't do it.
Well, like I was kind of wondering, like if he was just like kind of nervous because, like I said, with polygraph tests, like the biggest problem is that like it's not 100% because like sometimes like somebody's like so good at lying that they don't like get like that tick or like their blood pressure doesn't go up. With like that, and then some people just get really nervous. Yeah, I'd actually realize, but like like so the guy who created the polygraph test was also who wrote Wonder Woman, and they're making that movie about him. Which is coming out at a reasonable time.
Oh yeah, when's that coming out?
Soon. I'm saying it came out this year, which is like ironic considering.
Oh yeah,
and like he had like a relationship. He had like a wife, but then they got like a little mistress person.
A mistress,
not a mistress.
It was very like polyamorous.
Yeah, because like he had kids with both of them, and like I think the wife named one of her daughters after the mistress girl or the other woman. The domestic partner. But apparently the wife actually helped out with like the blood test stuff to create the polygraph test.
Oh.
I hope that movie's good.
I want to see it. It looked like kind of interesting, and I'm like, I kind of curious about that.
I hope it's good.
Yeah.
I like all the actors, and like it looks like an interesting story.
I'm curious.
Anyway, back to the plot.
Looks like there's some kinky shit.
If we keep going, this episode's going to be super long.
Yep.
Like all the others.
God, we've been talking for so long today, but we've had a good time.
We haven't seen each other in a while, so.
I know, it's been a while. How you doing? How's the family? So Aiwei decides to delay the investigation because they're like, this kid's not talking. Let's go do some more investigating. We'll come back and maybe we'll just, wait it out and then he'll want to talk. So
they find a good amount of evidence.
Yeah, so they found like the log list of the guard.
And then like a note?
Then a note saying like, hey, we will meet you at the rendezvous. And it seems like pretty damning evidence.
But it's like they found it like as Detective Mako says, it's really easy to find.
Yeah. And so in Mako, so this episode marks the return of Detective Mako.
Hooray!
Who we really missed.
Our favorite Mako.
I never really thought of it in the original run of watching this show, but like Detective Mako is the best version of Mako. Like
the only likable version of Mako.
Honestly, like
honestly, like when he's like actually genuinely cares about Bolin, that's a nice Mako.
Yeah. Like Big Brother Bolin is good.
You sound like you screwed him over or anything by having a crush on the girl you like.
Anyway, but Detective Mako, like that's such a good route for his character to go, and I'm seeing it more now, and it makes me really excited.
Yeah.
So good on you, Detective Mako, for not being terrible. Anyway, so Mako kind of remarks that like it's kind of weird that this kid would want to help out like Zahir and his awesome gang.
And they established like
because he's young. He's
18, so like
he's 18. He spent his whole life in Zaofu, so he doesn't know like
he was raised in Zaofu. So like why would he
born and raised there? Like does he like what connections does he have to like the outside?
Yeah, and then kind of Varric also like tells him like, hey, like, the fact that you got this evidence.
Yeah.
By the way, so they also like interview Varric.
Yeah.
And he just kind of does the thing. Like for some reason, like I thought like they might go the way where they were going to say Varric was like the thing, which I wouldn't.
He's an easy out because he's a criminal.
Easy out, but like I'm kind of like I don't see why. Like the thing with Varric is that like he has like self motivation.
Yeah.
To do something, so I didn't see a self motivation to work with them.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, and so another thing that they mark is that, I mean, these people have been locked up for 13 years and this kid is 18. Like, he would have only been 5 when they were around. Like, what kind of connection does he have anyway?
Unless, I mean, the only thing I think of is like maybe like his parents.
Well, that's what, like, the one character's just like, oh, maybe it was like family or,
then Aiwei said that?
Aiwei, yeah. Aiwei said that. Suspicious.
But then I think
Varric comments, he's like, listen, I know a thing or two about conspiracies. I know when somebody's setting someone up. Like, what I would do is plant the evidence in their apartment. And then Mako says,
oh, like you did to me?
Like you did to me. And he's like,
exactly! God, I love Varric.
I love Varric. Varric is such like an unapologetic, like,
not good
dick,
guy.
And I love him for it. Mm-hmm. Just a fun character, and I'm really glad he's back. Anyway. So the more they think about it, Mako kind of deduces that, the one guy who would be, who could do it is probably the only guy in the entirety of Zaofu who can keep a secret, and that is Aiwei.
Which, like, I don't know why, but I didn't think about him being, like, the traitor. I don't know why I didn't think about it.
Yeah?
I don't know.
Until, like, Mako gave him, like, that one look, and you were like,
No.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe, no, did I?
Well, you were like, oh!
Maybe.
Yeah, I remember. I was watching intently as you watched. That's not creepy at all.
But still, like, I just didn't think about, I guess, like, because, like, he just seemed really because they had, like, 2 episodes where, like, he was there, and he just seemed really trustworthy. Mm-hmm. He was, like, helping Lynn out.
Yeah, well, and then in comments later, she's like, she trusted him with her life. So,
but they go to his apartment.
Yeah, they go to Aiwei's house, and they're looking around trying to find evidence. And it's everything seems like pretty intact. But then they notice that there's scuff marks next to the bookshelf. Yeah, which means that it can slide, and it's covering a secret tunnel.
You gonna play the song again?
Secret tunnel.
You gonna play
through the mountains. Secret tunnel.
Are you gonna play the song again?
I might.
Okay.
I might.
I love this scene just because like they point out like little things. Yeah. Like with the vase and like the scuff marks. Yeah. And then like those are like the things that like I keep wanting to say Io, but I know it's not it.
E-I-E-I-O.
What is it? Aiwei. I don't know why I keep wanting to saying Io, but whatever. So like, because then he comes in and like they have tea, and I'm like, don't drink the tea.
Yeah. You thought that was going to go a different direction.
Yeah. Usually somebody like that says, like, if a bad person, like, anytime nowadays, if like a bad person says, like, let me pour you a drink, I don't trust it.
Yeah. So, but like Aiwei comes home and he's like, the fuck are you guys doing in my house? And
I was like, why didn't you hide? Like, you could have hide in the underground tunnel.
Yeah, it was going to be hard for them to hide, though.
They could have hid in the underground tunnel and then just started running.
Yeah. Who knows? You never know. You never know what's lurking in the tunnels. So, Aiwei's like, oh, what are you talking about? That kid was lying. And Mako is like, explains all the evidence of, like, why that doesn't make any sense.
Well, Aiwei's realizing that, like, they know that he did it.
Yeah, they basically say, that I did it. And he's like, He's like, you have no idea what is coming. And then he bends a giant metal wall and tries to escape.
They get out, they break the metal wall, they go to the catacomb thing.
Yeah, the tunnel, and what's in the tunnel?
Explosion.
It's a bomb! And
then they died.
The end. That was the show. Thanks for listening to First Reaction Fan Reaction. Join us for our next series. I know. So Korra is able to bend like an air
ball thing.
Sphere around her and her friends, so nobody has to die. So thanks for that. Thanks for not killing some, my favorite characters. Appreciate it. Anyway.
Well, I mean, you can't kill the main characters like midway through a season. Like all of the main characters.
Why not? Let's do it. Actually, that'd be terrible. Please don't kill the main characters.
Well, like you can't really like honestly, people would be pissed if you did that unless you like introduce new main characters.
Look, it's Avatar: Legend of Jinora.
Yeah, do it. I'm for that. Her and Kai have some adventures.
Yeah. So after the explosion, Lin and Suyin come in, and they're like, there's an explosion. What happened?
Well.
And then Korra's like, hey, sorry, but your friend was kind of working with Sue here.
I feel bad for Sue here.
Sue was like really like messed up by that because she trusted him. Him for life. And so Lin uses her seismic sense, does the top thing, and then says that the tunnel was collapsed on the way out, so they can't find it through there. So they're going to have to track him some other kind of way. And that we can figure out that, all right, this is how Zahir got in and out.
Yes.
And all that kind of stuff.
And then just like a discussion where they like establish this and then...
Yep. And then so later on, they're talking... Korra wants to go find Aiwei and bring him in. Lin says, no, you can't go tracking down these guys because they are some bad dudes. Go back to Republic City so you can be safe there.
And then Korra has the good point of saying, like, if I'm not safe here, where am I?
She's not safe anywhere.
Yeah.
They're looking for her. Suyin is like, no, Lin's right. Like, listen to her. You better just go back. We'll figure this out later. And so Korra's like, what do you mean? So Korra agrees and they kind of go in for the night. But later Suyin comes in and it's like, hey, do you think Naga can track down Aiwei? And she's like,
yeah.
What? Like, hell yeah. And what happened is Suyin really wants them to track down Aiwei, and she was just buying time for her sister. Which I'm
like, Sue, you just reconciled with your sister? And you're gonna betray her like this?
Yeah.
Come on.
Sue, maybe not the best thing to do after you just got back in good graces with your sister.
Yeah.
But hey, she's determined. She's a determined lady. She's gonna do what she wants.
Yeah, it's true.
And she has a jeep that they can take, and they're gonna go find Aiwei.
Yeah.
And that is this episode.
Woo!
That went fast.
It did.
It was a lot. A lot happened, but it felt like it was fast, which means it was a good episode.
It was a good episode. Oh my god, the Awesome Gang came back.
Awesome Gang came back.
Mm-hmm.
And
there was a good fight scene.
Good fight scene. Some drama.
Yeah.
We had a traitor in the mix.
I think I like the next episode a bit better just because there's a lot more that happens.
A lot more that happens in the next episode. I know. I'm really excited to talk about that one. But do you have any lingering thoughts from this episode?
No.
No, yeah. To me, all I think is good fight scene. And then some plot stuff happens.
Detective Mako.
Yeah, Detective Mako is the only note I have here. I had Jessie Flower and then Detective Mako.
Yeah, I kind of like that also. It's just this, I will say this also about the season. It's really well paced.
Yes.
Like, we have, like, the airbender stuff, and, like, it kind of felt like that kind of, like, they're still going to focus on that maybe a little bit, but it kind of, like, flowed out pretty well.
Yeah.
Like, they had other plot points, and it kind of feels like, the only thing I'm kind of wondering about is that, like, they're not really talking about the spirit world all that much, although we get more into that in the next episode a bit.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. So, yeah, I think, like, yeah, I really like this episode. It was fun.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
So go on the next one, please.
All right, we're excited to get to the next one, so we're gonna do that. So when we come back, we're gonna be talking about the next episode, which is number 9, The Stakeout. Stay tuned.